All right, so in this example, we're going to decompose this fraction into the sum of other fractions. And we're going to do this using what I'm going to call method 1. So as we learned earlier, assuming we taught our students already how to set this up in general, we know this is equal to a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 2. All right. Now we multiply both sides by the least common denominator. That's the same thing as multiplying every term by the LCD. The LCD is x plus 1, x minus 1. So when we multiply everything by x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 1, x minus 2, and x plus 1, x minus 2. We see these cancel, we're left with 3x. The x plus 1's cancel, we're left with ax minus 2. The x minus 2's cancel, and we'll get b times x plus 1. All right, now one way to solve this is to pick convenient choices for x, convenient values. X is a variable, so it can be any number. Let's let x equal 2. I'm picking that because when x is 2, a is going to go away because we're going to get a times 0, and we can solve for b. So let's let x equal 2. When it is 2, 3 times 2 is 6. 2 minus 2 is 0, and 0 times a is 0. 2 plus 1 is 3, and we get 3b. Dividing both sides by 3, we know b is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Now, let's let x equal negative 1. That's a convenient choice, because when x is negative 1, this will go to 0, and we can solve for a. So when x is negative 1, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 1 minus 2 is a negative 3a. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. And dividing here, we find a is 1. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. So that means, let me go back up here, let me erase what we multiplied by here to solve this. So that means this fraction here, 3x over x plus 1 times x minus 2, this is equal to a over x plus 1, a is 1, plus b over x minus 2, b is 2. All right, so this is true, but how can we kind of validate this, verify it? Let's pick a random value for x. I don't know. What did I pick 2 and negative 1? We don't want to pick 2 or negative 1 over here because that'll create division by 0. We need some other choice. Let's pick 3. Notice if x is 3, what happens? We get 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. So we get 9 fourths. What do we get over here? 1 over 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 over 3 minus 1 is 1. To get a common denominator, we multiply this by 4, and we get 9 over 4 equals 1 plus 8 over our common denominator of 4, and we get 9 over 4. Sure enough, it works. It's going to work for any value of x. These will equal each other. We just can't let x equal negative 1 or 2. It works over in this equation because we don't get division by 0. But it doesn't work in the original where we have, because it creates division by 0. So in the next video, we're going to do the same problem, but we're just going to solve it a little differently. But we're going to see we're going to get the same answer.